Alright, Corey, might push a little bit,
Boy, how you doing up there, brother?
I'm doing good, my guy.
Wait a second. I'm a big guy.
What's up, people? Welcome back. I'm Carlo, and recently I just shot some test footage for an upcoming Spec project I'm working on. Essentially, I just wanted to test kind of my durability of hanging out of the back of a trunk, seeing if I liked the handheld look, if I needed a gimbal. There was a bunch of different things that I wanted to test out, just so when the project does go underway, I have a lot more information and I feel a little bit more comfortable filming the actual project. Considering that this was just test footage, I did put together a little video. Nothing is final or anything along those lines. This was just for me to kind of get a feel of the vibe that I wanted to get. So without further ado, enjoy this little clip. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. Some of the shots may be used in the final film, I don't know, maybe. But today, essentially all I want to do is kind of go over some things that I took away from shooting that day. And hopefully going over some of these things, I can make an adjustments. And moving forward for the final film, everything will be tied in together a little bit better. The first thing I took away on this shoot was the communication aspect. I don't have production level headsets or anything along those lines or walkie-talkies, but what I did have was Bluetooth headphones. So essentially, I had AirPods and I put one of them in my ear, I put the other one in the camera car driver's ear, and I took my phone and called my friend who was driving the Mercedes. So having that three-way conversation really helped me communicate directly to both people, whether it be my friend driving the Mercedes or the camera car driver. Whatever I needed to do for whoever it was, I had access to both of them all on the same call. So this is a good alternative in case you don't want to pay for production level headsets or something along those lines. If you do have a pair of Bluetooth headphones or something like that, this could be a great alternative. So the second thing that I took away from this shoot was the stabilization aspect. As you can tell, I was 100% handheld out of the back of the trunk. First off, I don't condone doing this as far as safety and everything, so just know your limits and know your capabilities. With that being said, I knew my strengths and I knew my capabilities, so I knew that I could hold the camera handheld the whole time because I knew I had the strength for it. Going 100% handheld does have its pluses and minuses. Obviously, for the more aggressive shots, I did feel that the handheld look fit properly, and it's something that I'm going to be using for those style shots. But for the more elegant shots of showing off the car in a slower pace, I probably would recommend using a gimbal, and that's probably what I'm going to be using. Just so it could be a little bit more stable and you could focus on the car without having some more of aggressive shakes or something like that. Third aspect I took away from this was the focusing. As you probably know, the Ursa Mini Pro does not have autofocus. Well, it does, but it's absolute garbage. So I was manually focusing the whole time while hand holding and out of the back of the trunk. So that's three things that I kind of have to keep in mind while I'm shooting. So at the end of the day, when it is time for the actual project, what I might do is hire a AC or an assistant camera where I will have him or her do the focus pulling, because that's just one thing I don't have to think about, because at the end of the day, I'm hanging out of a trunk, so that's one thing. And the second thing is just being able to focus on the composition and making sure that I am getting the shot while that person is just entirely making sure it's in focus, and that's something I don't have to worry about. So that was probably one of the more difficult things of this shoot, trying to balance three different things: focusing, composition, and kind of staying alive in a way. It's a little dramatic, but yeah, all of those things, that was probably one of the hardest things of this shoot. The fourth thing I took away was the limited access to the different angles that I was able to get. Shooting out of the back of a trunk of an SUV, it kind of limits you to shooting only the front of the car and the side of the car. I wasn't really able to get anything from the back end. Something I plan on doing for the final shoot is probably bringing my friend's pickup truck and shooting off the side of the pickup so I can get a better angle of the side and the back. I don't know if I really want to rent or spend the money to rent a camera rig to my car. We'll see kind of how that goes, but I am willing to try going out of the side of the pickup to see how that works, and hopefully I'll be able to get a better angle from that one. The fifth thing that I took away from the shoot was the fact that I was surrounded by a lot of great friends.
Middle of shooting.
This guy's gotta take a call.
He's a sales professional.
And they're not in the film industry at all. But they were willing to help me. They were willing to see how the process looks, and they were really stoked on how it came out, and they were really happy to be a part of the process. And being able to do shoots like that where it's a really cool concept, the filming is really exciting and it's invigorating in a way, and being able to share that with your friends is a great experience. So one last tip for the rest of this video, it would be go out and shoot, paid or not paid. Just go out, create something, bring some friends along, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a great time. So hopefully you guys found something useful of this video. For me personally, it was a great way for me to step back and look at all the things that I learned off of this shoot. So when it comes to production day, I'm a lot more prepared and I'm ready to go. And thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot that there are even 600 or whatever of you guys watching. That really means a lot to me. I didn't expect to even get to this amount, and I know it's not crazy, but each and every one of you I really appreciate. So thank you so much. Have a great day.